Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Confessions of the Idiots. Everybody wants to confess, but not everyone wants to hear them. Today, it is the 200th episode. That is over 800 online awful confessions, and that I've sadly disappointed many people, and I am here to disappoint people. The 200th episode is no different. Here to disappoint wonderful guests yet again. I'm joined by someone I'm a massive fan of, an absolute comedy legend, Australian icon. It is Denise Scott. Welcome.
And very happy, sad, angry, whatever the appropriate response is, to be here.
Do you want me to just edit in whatever you decide on the day?
Yes.
She gave me options there. It's nice. And one of your favourite guests, it is podcast extraordinaire. It is the amazing Jess Perkins. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for giving me a platform to just get angry.
Get angry every week. And my best friend, it is the great Rob Mills. Welcome back.
Hey guys, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
He usually pulls me up on the best friend thing, but
Yeah,
this time for the
The face
200th
did it this
episode,
time,
yeah,
to
the
be
face
honest.
did enough. Yeah, glad we've got cameras here so I
Well-
can look at that disappointed face every day.
I didn't need to say it. I knew the cameras were on. Knows where to find a camera. Hello.
Always. He's trained. He is trained. Now, Rob Mills, we were talking before you came in about Australian Idol. We were talking about Australian Idol and the amazing crowds. And Denise, we were talking about the amazing crowds and everything. in Australian
Yes,
Idol,
we
and-
were, and big fan. I was a big
Yeah.
fan of it. My kid's big fan.
Who'd you vote for, Denise?
Well,
Oh dear.
It's going to get very
Well,
awkward.
Look,
meant it
Rob,
wasn't you.
actually, the problem is that we couldn't pinpoint. So
Couldn't
were
afford it.
you
I understand it. You couldn't afford it.
series? Which series? Because was it?
Oh, series 1.
Was it Series 1?
Guy Sebastian.
Guy Sebastian.
Pauline.
So
okay.
when did you go out?
Look, it wasn't
No,
a...
well,
it wa-
not to get to.
Yeah, it's
to
okay.
get
That's
down
okay.
to the
It wasn't a-
because it was a spectacular series.
It
was
was.
amazing.
It was the very first. I think 3 billion people watched it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roughly 3 billion.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
online.
They all streamed it, did
Yeah, they
I
streamed it
didn't
back
know
then.
that.
We weren't streaming back then. No, it was the highest rating show in Australian television history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Until
was huge.
probably maths. I imagine our,
don't think so.
our
Let's not
standards
give
have
them that.
lowered a lot in the last few years.
Yeah, it was an excellent show.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, it launched the careers of myself, Shannon Knoll,
Yeah.
Guy Sebastian, Paulini, Cosima, my friend Cleone.
What was Ricky Lee in that one?
Ricky Lee was a year after with Casey
okay.
and friend of the show,
Friend of the
Casey
show.
Donovan, and Anthony Clear was also in that one.
Not yet friend of the
it's
show.
Definitely.
If he plays his cards right. He could be on number 300.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think it launched the careers of a lot of people
Yeah,
in this country. And there's a rumor going around that the show might be coming back next year.
Really?
And it's not on the same network as Osher, so fingers crossed I may even have a chance to host the
yeah.
show.
Would you want to host the show?
Absolutely.
You
yeah.
would be a superb host.
Thank you, Denise.
I
Thank
don't
you.
even know why I'm saying. Well,
No, you would,
I know you were. Yes.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to get involved in that show and help mentor the kids. It's something that I really love doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Not very serious then, but yeah, I
See,
love
I
the
still
kids.
look at you and think of you as a kid.
I'm
yourself.
39 now. Just turned 39.
Just turned 39.
Baby.
It looks
So
good. It
how
looks
old
good.
were you when you were?
21. Just a baby. Very shy, reserved.
Oh yeah,
Well,
sure.
You're a party boy. What did you say? What would you say to those kids as a bit of advice going into that world?
Oh, I always say this if I'm doing workshops with kids: get to know yourself a bit more before you put yourself out on television, because then
Yeah.
everyone else will have an idea of who you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know a bit more about who you are, what you want as a
Yeah.
person, the easier it'll become to be on stage.
Because you're so confused when you're that young as well. Like I remember when I started doing stand-up when I was 19, and
young.
the stand-up that I was doing back then just awful. Like I mean, I didn't get any better, but it was like but it was like, but the stand-up
try
I was
it,
doing-
though.
Yeah. But I remember just someone pulling me up and just going, "Don't do that bit. That's awful." And I was just like, "Oh, I didn't even know."
I'm
Like, it
sorry,
was-
I just said it off. The I was there that night, and I thought
A few
I
Chardonnays.
could slap
Denise
his
took me aside.
face.
Yeah. Was it? Don't do that bit from the back.
But Jess, you would have been the same. Like
No,
starting out
I was
stand-up.
very good.
Okay,
straight away.
fair cop.
Yeah.
I shouldn't pull you up on stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no.
You will shut me down right
It
away.
is very embarrassing for you. I was actually incredible straight away. No.
Straight out of the womb.
Yeah, straight out of the womb. They
started
were
doing stand-up right
oh
away
my
as a
God,
kid."
she's good. Sell tickets.
Yeah.
No. I started a bit later, and I think probably, like you're saying, knowing myself a bit better,
Yeah.
having a better sense of who I am. But I still don't stand by things that I said, and my sixth and seventh gig ever were televised.
Yeah, of
so they're
course.
on YouTube and
Yeah,
still get
wow.
comments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't stand by those jokes,
Yeah.
okay? I was a baby. I was 25.
You're doing one of your first gigs on Raw Comedy, which is a
Yeah.
huge thing,
Yeah,
you know,
it was
and
dumb.
to do that, well, it's, yeah, but I mean, you were great right out of the gate, but it is such a big thing to look back on that and kind of go, oh, that was a hard time.
Have people commented now and go, cancel her?
Yeah.
Thankfully not cancelled,
Yeah.
but they try to like correct a joke. There's one of the jokes is kind of about grammar. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
And
Tackle the big topic.
yeah, people like to kind of correct me there, and it's like, it's a joke. Get over it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who cares?
I do love correcting people's grammar, but not
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's like the fun people on Twitter that just write your joke back to you
Yeah.
or just try and correct you. Always fun people.
Always
YouTube
fun.
comment people, very fun people. What about you, Denise?
What
when you-
about it?
Well,
What
what
about me?
Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Seriously,
I'm just
though.
asking a question. Just
Yeah,
asking a
all right.
question.
Well, what the?
All right, let's move on.
What are you going to ask? What about me?
I was just going to say
I
that.
think that was a Shannon Knoll song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking you.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's asking you.
It's
Can you sing
always
that?
back
Yeah.
to Shannon Knoll.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But when you started doing comedy, you were doing sketches and things as well, and mixing it up. Did it take a while for you to just start doing stand up and loving that?
Oh, I never loved it. I still don't love
Okay.
it. I really almost hate it.
Whoa.
But
What about,
it's,
like to the moment that you're out there, or
yes, once I'm out there, it's like, oh, actually, I really
don't mind this.
like this. Well, especially if it's working.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, but no, and it's weird because I started late, so I was 34 by the time I was doing stand up, but 66 now, and the anxiety's worse than ever, the self-loathing worse than ever, the doubt.
This is inspiring to all the
Yeah.
young comics listening.
Hang on to your dreams, kids. Go for it.
It only gets
Go
worse.
for gold. You saying, wait till you know yourself. Yeah. Well, wait till you know yourself and you hate what you're seeing.
Well, that is some beautiful messages.
Yes.
But
just completely shot to hell. I'm gonna love this.
when
Words
I
of wisdom.
when I said to Jess Perkins that Millsy was coming on the podcast, Jess did say that she doesn't have you don't have a connection yourself to Millsy, but
No.
someone in your family does.
Yeah, my mum, back in the Australian Idol days, every time you were on TV, she would tell us every time that she knew you when you were a kid. And I messaged her today to try and get the details.
Find out the story.
Yeah.
But I knew I couldn't say I was going to see you because
She'd be here.
no,
She's here. And
she
here she is.
is.
Rob.
She is.
This is your life.
And
Not hold her back. I'm
Perkins,
so sorry.
she hates me talking about her, so I knew she'd give me nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what was that? What were you talking about?
How do you bring that up
Rob
casually?
Mills? Didn't you say that you knew him? And I think our parents might have been at the same tennis club.
Is this
Hello.
okay? Is this Glenvale Tennis Club?
My parents would have won Turner. They might have played against each other.
Yeah, okay.
And Mum just remembers you as a little boy running around.
Midweek tennis down
yes.
at the Glenvale Tennis Club.
Yes,
Before he knew
absolutely.
himself.
Yeah,
But I
just down-
remembered her
down
saying
here.
you were a bit of a shit.
Absolutely not.
And so I
Denise, you
messaged
don't
her
believe that for
today.
a second, do you?
Well, I believe I'm wrong and I owe you an apology because I said, didn't you say he was a bit of a shit? She goes, oh, no, I don't think so.
Well, she's-
I mean, he was just a kid.
Yeah.
All
Couldn't have
kids
been a
can
shit
be
back
shits
then.
at
No.
time, can't they? And I was like, who is this person?
Not this kid.
Because I swear back in the day she was like, oh yeah, he was a
a nightmare.
naughty kid.
But look what he grew up to be.
Mischievous, maybe, but I wouldn't say naughty.
No, definitely
Mischievous
not.
is different.
Do you remember those days fondly?
Absolutely not. I've got a really terrible memory. So things that happened maybe 3 or 4 minutes ago, like your name, for instance.
Your
brain.
own best friend.
Yeah. Every time he says best friend, I'm like, is it? Like, it could
Thanks,
be.
mate.
It could be. No, I've got pretty bad memory. I do know the tennis club though, and I
Yeah.
do remember Mum would take me down there, probably have a few Chardonnays
Yeah.
during the day, and then drive us home.
Yeah.
And us, I mean, just random kids that needed a lift home or whatever. Yeah.
I've got this story about my mum. I was telling someone the other day, and it's so wild to think about it now that mum one time got pulled over by the police and pretended to be drunk for a goof.
Oh, Mum.
Like to the police officer, just went, this will be funny if I just sort of to entertain me and my friend in the back seat. She was just like, I was pretending to be drunk. So just did it, and he did not find it funny, and like got her out of the car and everything. She had to walk a straight line and didn't do it right. Like even on her best, completely sober, Mum did not pass that test with flying colours. And there was just after as well on Phillip Island, like. There's only one policeman that you'd see all the time anyway. So just the awkwardness of having to deal with that forever.
And I'm just going. Just the
Her
test,
again.
test,
The drama teacher, here she goes. And she's always doing
okay.
this.
No, that explains it.
That explains everything about
Yeah,
me
really.
too. Yeah.
So it's a role play sort of situation
Yeah.
for her.
I love
And what happened?
Well, he just
Did it
kind of
have any
gave her a
dramatic
warning.
conclusion,
There
or-
was no payoff.
she just
Denise,
went,
but there was
"Ah." Same.
Hang on, what she's like, hey kids, I'm pretending, but really in
Yeah.
this bottle is
Yeah.
actually wine.
Yeah.
So
Well,
she was
method
drinking
actor, of
wine-
course.
She
Yeah.
was drinking wine the whole time. Yeah.
She's very good. Yeah.
She's gone full mind.
She's method.
But today on the podcast, because it is the 200th episode,
Congratulations.
and Denise is off.
Hooroo.
Hooroo. I have found some wonderful online confessions today because it's no different. Today I've found 5 instead of 4 wonderful confessions, and I know that I'm going to get your wisdom on all of these incredible, incredible people. And I say incredible, they never have been, but maybe today it will change. Confession 1 comes from Justin. Justin confesses, I'm not crazy.
Oh, boy.
I'm just a little unwell. Matchbox 20.
Oh, that's absolutely Matchbox 20. Carry on. Yep.
He does, so he quotes it.
Okay.
That's how, quotes it right at the start.
Oh,
he
so-
says
so
Matchbox
he
20. Yeah,
attributes the
Matchbox 20.
quote.
That was
Yeah,
me.
he attributes the
Yeah,
quote.
exactly.
Sometimes
yeah,
I
yeah.
lose when you're you and when you're being the
So-
best.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
it is hard.
It
You
is
gotta
hard to know.
do the voice when you're doing
Do the
it.
voice,
Yeah,
do the voice.
Yeah, do the voice.
I'm going to pull you up on that, do the voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. No.
That pretty much sums this entire confession up. A confession so deep-rooted that I don't know what I can do next. The year was 2003.
Oh,
I was a young buck.
2003. Good year.
It's a good year for you.
Australian Idol. Yeah, well done.
Well done.
For those
Have
playing
a
at home.
drink.
Yeah.
Flat, he's
every-
always toasting himself.
Every time I hear 2003, got a toast. It's a drinking game I have at home.
God, he gets drunk. Flash forward 2 years, and I'm meeting the woman of my dreams that I will go on to marry.
So far, so good.
So it's, yeah, it's pretty good. Flash back
Oh,
to
come
2000.
on.
I hate the flashback, flash
how
forward thing. So
Let's
we're
just
only
make-
two. It's
let's
only
just
2
do this
years.
in a linear way,
yeah.
can we?
All right.
Flashback to 2003. The story goes that I went to see Craig David live.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
Okay.
I'm walking away.
Excellent.
Craig
Is that
David.
excellent?
You
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah, yes, I even know who he is.
Okay, great. This is good.
Dare I say, fill me in.
Oh, this is good. Okay, great content. Great stuff from Rob.
you.
Craig David liked me so much that he pulled me up on stage at the after party and we sang until the early hours.
Oh,
Justin,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Do you get it? Yeah, yeah. If you saw Justin in the crowd, you would.
Oh, yeah, because Craig is...
He loves a Justin.
He does like
loves
Justin.
Yeah. Flash forward 2 years. So we're now in 2005.
Yeah.
When I meet Alicia,
Yes.
I had nothing too interesting to say.
okay.
Well, he could have kicked off with Craig David.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So this is his thinking. He's going to lead with that big story.
Oh, sorry, I jumped in.
No, no, no.
Stole your thunder.
All right. Justin.
Let's
Justin's
move on
favourite
to
story.
The next confession.
You're done with this one. I love it when Denise comes in and calls the shots. I've had enough of
Next.
this. She worked in the arts, so I assumed that she would appreciate this story. Everyone in the arts appreciates a Craig David story. I'm sure.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But this story never happened.
Wait.
I made the whole story up. That I would have one of those stories. One of those amazing stories that people have.
There's so much of this he didn't need to say.
All the
So I
flash
met
forward
this
and the-
girl.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything interesting to say. I made up a story about meeting Craig David.
Yep. The
And-
end.
And we're done.
And we're
I love
done.
I love word economy.
Yeah.
I can't actually get it out, but yeah, I do love it.
He's getting paid by the word, I think, in this. I've known a lot of people over the years that have stories like this. Not this exact one, but a wonderful story where they meet a celebrity and are always the life of the party when they tell it. People are always on the edge of their seats.
No one
As
was
I
on
know
the
you
edge of
all
this.
are.
Yeah.
And I wanted that on the date with Alicia. And she bought it. She literally did. But now look at me. It's 10 years on, and I've told this story so much that now I almost even believe it. I've told the story so much, embellished. I love how it says embellished, but it's not a true story at all. Usually I have to embellish when it's a truth of something. And I've even met someone who helped with the Craig David tour. They knew all the details, and I had to go along with whatever they were saying. Luckily, they couldn't remember the details of where the after party was. Maybe they weren't invited.
Neither were you, Justin.
No one was there, Justin.
There
It
was
didn't
no
exist.
after party, Justin.
Alicia and I are having our first baby together soon.
We're going to name him Craig David.
And now that we're welcoming our first baby into the world, I wonder
Baby Craig.
if I need to come clean about everything.
Yeah.
And perhaps tell her that it never happened. Even if it means she won't particularly love me anymore. Haha. Can't keep up with this lie.
Hang on. Just go with the... Where's the laughter coming from? awkward laughter.
I think it's
like,
awkward, very awkward laughter
very awkward,
from
or is
Justin.
it like, hilarious?
What am I like? It's a
I
what am I
nailed that.
like
What am I
laugh.
like? What am I like? Yeah, I'm
Classic
still fun.
me.
I'm so relatable. Everyone loves Justin. No,
No.
one does.
No one.
I'm so sorry,
one
Justin.
loves Justin.
What do you do in a situation like this, Denise? Imagine hearing someone's told a story for ages and then them coming to you and saying, I made the whole thing up.
I think you have to keep up the
Yeah.
charade.
Forever. 10 years. Charade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
I think you can say charade or charade.
Yeah.
Charade,
Yeah,
charade,
yeah, either.
whatever.
Just give me options.
Whatever it is. Look. I
Yeah.
got
No
nothing
good.
on this.
No
It
good for
just is
Justin.
boring.
Yeah.
You see, because I find that story really boring.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
even...
I'm glad I opened with
because- Well, yes, because...
Imagine if that was
Always
a big
start
close,
strong.
That would have been embarrassing.
because
200 the show.
is the implication that he had sex with... Is Craig David...
No. Just that
Oh.
he got up and sang with him.
I think
Craig was
wow.
so... Yeah, even worse.
Well, I'd sort of gone further and thought...
Oh, in
they
your head,
must
you're
have-
making up this whole love
Well,
affair.
why would you bother? Why would
Yeah.
you get excited about just... I mean, yes, all right, singing
writhing
Craig.
with Craig David.
Yeah.
Well, writhing with. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
writhing with
worth-
anyone is exciting.
Yes.
Can be.
Writhing.
Well, writhing, I could get
Oh,
excited.
yes,
about
writhing,
it.
of
Great
course.
word.
Absolutely. It is a great word. Yeah, so you think come clean. Well, don't come clean. You're saying go along with the whole
I
charade.
just feel sorry for the
Yeah, poor Alicia.
Alicia and the baby.
Yeah.
What a dull life.
Little Craig
Yeah.
David has
Baby's
just said.
got ahead of him or her.
Can I just interject?
No.
Is-
And the next confession.
How boring is Alicia to go, well, this is the guy that I need to be with?
100%, yes.
So I don't
How-
feel sorry for her.
And writhe with him
Yes.
until they have a baby.
Exactly.
Because she can writhe no more.
How dull is she that she heard that story and went, that's definitely true?
That's the
Yeah.
guy for me.
Because it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I heard that and went, bullshit. No, you
This is
didn't.
probably bullshit.
Why would Craig David love you so much that he'd pull... He also just did a concert.
Yeah.
And now he's also performing at his own after party and pulls you up on stage for the whole time. No, bullshit.
Who's ever seen anyone in a crowd and gone, you got to get up here?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that at any concert?
Usually just happens. It's usually drunk mums that just come to my gig and just jump on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
sure,
okay,
yeah.
okay. We'll have a little dance and then it gets a little handsy.
Hopefully
and I
arrives.
have to-
Yeah.
Bring them out. Yeah. Mum, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off you go.
So you think, there's a lot more playing here. Like, why is Alicia taken on
Yeah.
Justin when none of this
They
ever
deserve
happens?
each other. They're
Yeah.
very dull.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
to be honest, if I was Justin, I'd just say, hey, babe, you know what? I'm just not going to tell the Craig David story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
Craig
over
David's
it.
story's
I'm
done.
over
I'm
it.
over it. I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm
over it.
over it. It's boring
Yeah.
to
And
me.
then it's problem solved.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Great.
But also, yeah, I'm also done with this. I'm with Denise. Let's move on.
Yep.
And I say this everywhere I go,
Hmm.
so I'm sure I've said it to you before, but I did Pash,
Oh.
the drummer from AC/DC.
Oh.
You have told me this, but I don't know if
I've
you said it
told-
on the podcast.
Well, and is that true? That's all.
How long
I'm
have you
going to leave it
How
there
long have you been telling the story for?
for a very long time. Well, he wasn't a drummer.
Yeah.
We were both about.
He was the roadie.
He was 14. We were both.
You're both 14?
14,
This wasn't recently? Let's just
15.
make that clear.
Well, it was
Who's to know?
recent enough.
In my
The
mind,
fact
it
that
was
it's still
recent.
one
What
of the
is time?
greatest moments of my life. And I'm now 66. And there's a
Sometimes they say his
suburb
name in
of,
bed. Sorry, John.
suburb of Melbourne, Rosanna.
Uh-huh.
Was
Okay.
at a party. Mm-hmm. My then boyfriend was in prison. He'd stolen a car. So I had a boyfriend at 14 who was in Tirana, the boys' prison place. and went to this party, Pashville Run, and fell in love with him. But it went nowhere. And that's lucky because otherwise I might have been murdered by
It could have
Phil.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil was, a bit of a hit. Anyway, I'm sorry. Edit all, but let all that go. I was
wanna know
trying
more
to
about-
I
get
think
some
that's-
attention.
Yeah.
I was trying to get attention.
I feel like we just
I
went
haven't
down.
been out much.
I feel like we just went down like a true crime podcast.
Yeah, this could
Yeah.
easily be a true crime
Yeah, yeah.
podcast now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell us
they
about
rate
your-
really
sorry.
well.
Yeah, tell us about the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, but is that true, the ACDC story? Like, who's to know
Yeah,
at the
who's
end of
to
the
Yes,
day?
who
who's
is to know?
Who's to know?
He's never responded. He's never
Wow.
confirmed or denied.
These
Yeah.
people haven't released a statement about it.
No.
Maybe after
Interesting.
the 200th episode comes out,
Interesting.
maybe there'll be a statement finally. Well, let's move on to the next confession because we didn't take kindly to Justin.
No.
I'm sure this next person we're all going to really love.
It's usually the way
I
this
usually
podcast
do.
goes.
Yeah.
Usually the second story, I'm like, oh, good guy.
Yeah. I like this person.
Well, the next confession comes from Jess.
Uh-oh.
Jess writes.
Oh, no.
No good? I've been...
You just can't trust a Jess.
Yeah, I was like,
You
oh,
can never.
that-
You can
that
never.
name.
Yeah.
It's no good. Yucky, icky, no thanks. I've been catfishing someone for a whole year now.
Oh, can you just quickly tell me what
So
catfishing is again?
when you
I always
pretend,
have to look it up.
Yeah, it's when you pretend to be someone online or something.
Oh,
You
yes.
Fake photos, fake name, and you pretend to be someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha.
So I kind of, I guess, got sick of my life in a way. I got sick of day to day, the mundanity of it all. Every day, I do the same thing.
That's what that means.
It does, really does.
Sorry.
Routine.
But
Yeah,
thanks-
we get
thanks
it.
for- Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
Wake up, get ready, go to work. By the time I usually got home, I was far too exhausted to do anything else. Usually just have a drink and watch TV or masturbate.
Sorry. Good work, Jess.
Jess doing a great job.
Like all Jesses.
Yeah. Like all Jesses. They're all right.
on.
They're all right.
Did she watch TV?
We don't know the order
or
that she's...
masturbate, or
I think it's one
can
of
it
the
be
other.
at the same time?
Could be at the same time. If she,
Because
She could be watching Neighbours.
she could be watching Neighbours.
Oh, that sounded like old Auntie Perkins.
You reached your demographic there. I felt lonely, so lonely.
Oh, Jess. That's what I say in the mirror.
Really? I feel lonely.
Jess.
Classic Jess.
Oh, Jess.
And being in a small town, there wasn't a whole lot I could do, really. I'd moved there a long time ago. Just a small town girl. But I felt...
in a lonely world. Sorry. Was everyone else on that?
Yeah.
On that midnight train?
Yeah. So I don't quote Matchbox 20 again. I think we'll all be fine. But I feel like the city was bursting out of me.
Oh, jeez.
God, it's
hard,
very
isn't it?
That's an
poetic.
image.
It really is.
But also, I feel like, and I mean, it's very poetic and sad.
Yeah.
None of this is going to be relevant.
No, absolutely not. No, huge build up at the start. Doesn't really matter at all. So what next? You're probably thinking.
Meth.
Meth? You're going straight to meth.
Country
no
town.
other way.
I just like that's
Yeah.
that's the only route out.
Are there any other options?
Yeah.
No.
You're probably thinking I got a hobby and just settled down and did exactly that.
Masturbating. That was your
Yep,
hobby.
that was a good hobby.
Yeah.
Great hobby.
Well, you're not exactly wrong, but not right either.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, when they guess what we're guessing.
Yeah. it's
That really frustrates
infuriating.
me.
So infuriating.
You probably think, shut up.
No.
Shut up.
You don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is, I want you to die. Yeah.
End of story. I did get a hobby. I did. The hobby was catfishing.
You told us
actually-
that the first sentence.
Interesting, though, I didn't connect. I didn't
Denise is
connect. That would
sentence
be
to
a
sentence.
This is going,
I am.
She did clutch the pearls. She did clutch the pearls. Yeah.
I got all of these photos from a good friend of mine who was getting married. She's this I love it if they're all in a wedding dress
Yeah.
as well. Good job. She's the beauty that you can't even understand.
what?
I don't know
Is-
what that means.
Denise,
Can't
As the-
understand.
what, is,
Can't understand.
What does that mean?
I don't understand
what
you.
does that mean, Denise?
Well, it could be that they speak a different language.
That's true.
It could
A
be a
language barrier.
psychological thing.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, a communication breakdown,
Yeah.
not just in language, but in,
In
different
beauty.
styles.
Of course.
Conflicting love languages.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
maybe.
really think Jess knows what she's writing, to be honest. I think we're reading into it too much. When you look at her, you'd think she was sent from heaven or somewhere else.
Hell?
Oh,
Hell, maybe. That's another place.
Or just like
I took photos of my friend who is beautiful, who is classically hot.
Yeah.
Done.
End of.
Yeah.
I
no,
liked
four
her.
more sentences.
Oh no, like the Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman. That place. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
okay.
Where
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
all there are glamazons. Is
Yeah.
that right? I've
Yes.
forgotten the actual island where they all live.
Yeah, me too.
That place.
We don't need
Yes.
to know.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at. Okay.
Yep.
Jess, you got me.
Yeah.
I love. We're back on board.
Yeah.
Hated you a second ago, but back.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I love that place.
But you brought that up. That wasn't Jess. I like her again. I liked her, but she always had things very easy. She got everything handed to her. Anything she'd want, she just got.
A little bit of jealousy there, Jess.
Of course. Seething through.
You know, you mentioned Crime Story before. I'm getting a sense.
She might murder her.
Oh, okay.
I promise I wouldn't do this on the podcast to people. And then I hacked her to pieces. It's like, oh, God. That's why the cameras are here. You're all in it now. Wanted to do something different for the 200th episode. Incriminate people.
And she is.
But not me. I had to work very, very hard at it. So I logged onto this website and started this profile, calling myself Christine. And I got a lot of people messaging me right away, which I couldn't say was a complete shock. Christine just had that kind of face. That
Yeah,
everything.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
we get it.
that-
Wonder Woman.
so
Get it.
from
Yeah.
heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
You
somewhere
couldn't
else.
understand that sort of beauty.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah.
That everything else just melts away. And so what now? Well, I started chatting to this guy. I was chatting to lots of guys, but there was this one guy, Dean, who chatted a bit more. He was actually interested in me.
No, he wasn't.
Well,
Oh,
Christine.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
In yeah,
Personality,
Jess,
she thinks.
Oh.
Jess's personality, not the unspeakable beauty of Christine. And the other guys just wanted to see me nude. I'd love it if someone just messaged that. I want to see you nude.
I don't think that ever happens
You
on
know-
those work.
No.
Oh, no,
Don't think
online.
so.
Not
No,
online.
that happens-
It
no, no.
doesn't-
Men don't do that, do they?
No.
No, not the blokes I know.
Just send roses and
Yeah.
whatnot, I
Yeah.
imagine.
I get asked that
Emojis.
when I'm
Yeah.
out shopping. I'd love to see you nude, and I just say, "Well, not now. It's a bit chilly."
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
I hate when
Come
they
back
ask
tomorrow.
and it's a
Summer.
bit chilly.
No one is a bit
God.
chilly.
Wait till I'm wearing a sarong. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And so I started chatting to Dean a lot, and over the month he started falling for Christine. I kind of like Dean now. He's so handsome, and he wants to meet up. I keep putting him off, of course, but I can't do it forever. I can either close my account and ghost Dean forever, or I can actually do something. I can take a stand and hope that Dean will understand, even though everything
What do
is
you
based on a lie.
Take a stand.
can-
You're not going to a march for some sort of injustice.
Free Jess.
Free Jess. And stop
What?
telling that Craig David story.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. So,
Oh,
okay. What do you think
Jess.
Jess can do in a situation like this? She's pretended to be someone else. Someone's fallen for her, possibly. Dean. Dean sounds like a great guy.
I think she should send nudes
Yep.
of her real self.
Wow.
Ooh.
There you go.
Well, I don't know why I'm assuming that's going to be tragic.
Yeah. It sounded sad when you said it.
I was like,
No, thank you, Jess.
yuck, that'll scare him off.
Yeah. Oh,
Haven't taken to
Boy.
Jess at all. Sorry, Jess. No offense there. Just don't like them. Yeah, what can you do in a situation like that, Denise? Can you come clean and rock up as yourself?
oh, you're just going to be hurt.
You're going to be hurt.
surely.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
if Dean
if Dean's
rejects you,
fallen in love with the goddess from heaven, it no matter if it is, what's her name, Jess's.
oh, Christine.
No, Jess.
Oh, Jess.
Hang on,
Dean.
I don't
so
even
Dean,
know.
she's with. She's
Yeah,
fallen for
Jess-
Dean, but she's pretending to be Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. Look, I'm not going to refer to. Oh no, I can't because I want to say something
No, say it.
about she should
Safe place. It's a safe
take.
place.
Well, she probably should kill herself.
Yeah.
But I.
That's fair.
I don't.
You don't want to
you know,
say it,
because
but
it's not cool.
As an
Yeah.
Are You Okay
Yes.
Day ambassador,
Yeah.
I should probably
Yes,
point out that
I think
the police
that-
are on their way.
Yes,
The woke
and so they
police
should
are on their
be.
way right now.
But you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
feel like
I
there's
get what you
no way out.
yeah, yeah.
Except to stop the lie.
Stop the madness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop
because it's
the
gone very
lie.
far as well, and Dean's now
And-
fallen for Jess or
Is it-
Christine. Sorry.
Is it weird that Dean sees photos of Christine in a wedding dress? Is that's a bit of a red flag.
So I went for that. That was I added that in there. There was no wedding photos that we know of.
Okay, great.
But earlier photos, I think, of Chris
right.
before the wedding day.
Sorry.
Yeah, it would be weird if there were just wedding
Yeah.
photos.
That's weird.
Yeah,
And she
that'd be very
scratched out
strange.
violently the face of the other person.
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's
photo.
your number one pick profile.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
justify it by being like, I'm a model.
Yeah.
It was a wedding dress shoot.
I only do wedding shoots.
Yeah, because I'm gorgeous.
Well, yeah, of course. It's Christine.
Of
we
course,
get it.
yeah.
We get it.
I feel like now I'm feeling really guilty for what I just said, which will probably be edited out. So,
Nah.
and then this will have to be edited out because it won't have any context. But
Nothing's getting edited, Denise.
This is a podcast.
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No edit. I'm looking at no.
Not happening.
Anyway, look, I think Jess needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that she needs to get out of this. There's going to be no joy there.
Yeah.
And she needs to take Rob Mills' advice
Hmm.
and get to know herself,
So then she
love
can really
herself,
then
and
she
go
can really
on the next
loathe herself
series of
later.
Australian Idol.
And live your dream and get to know yourself. What would you do, Jess, in this situation? What do you think
Ghost
you
him.
can do? Ghost him.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then what he will do is go to the TV series Catfish, and they will track her down, and then they'll meet in a park.
I've always got them on my doorstep.
Yeah. Stop catfishing me.
I know you say that, but I don't know how to stop.
It's great
Just
fun.
Great
don't
fun.
do it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Or just, just give them a heads up. Save them the hassle. Just be like, hey, that was me again.
Yeah. I've done it again.
Yeah, I think she just has to just stop talking to him.
Yeah.
Or just be like, lol, catfishing you, bye.
Bye.
Good
Forever, I
last
guess.
message to let it count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do the same, Rob Mills?
Would I catfish someone? No. Being friends with Casey Donovan's a little sensitive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I would suggest definitely just getting out.
Yeah.
Like, get to know yourself. Find someone that.
She masturbates. Is that it?
Yeah,
One
she
who
masturbates. Yeah.
There's lots
She
of guys that
probably knows
masturbate.
this.
She probably knows
So
herself
there's
pretty
like
well.
they've got a lot of things in common with men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the
She
masturbating
masturbates.
thing.
She loves it.
Run
Yeah.
with that.
But maybe, send him a message because otherwise he feels rejected and he's like, why
what's
why
wrong with me?
Christine suddenly leave me? So
Yeah.
just send him a
Oh,
message and
yeah.
be like, hey,
Catfish.
my name's actually Jess and I was bored and I'm catfishing you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
seem nice. See you later. At least then he's like, well, that person is not well.
Yeah.
Rather than, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Or Dean
yeah.
then goes, there's something about this.
Yeah.
Jess."
Oh, she's
Yeah.
more
I
I
intriguing.
love that she's so honest.
Yeah,
She's
love
an
that.
enigma.
Yeah.
Or he goes, she's a mole.
Yeah.
And he comes to the town. He tracks her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
To
then
the
we get
true
to do.
crime
Back to the
Yeah,
True
we get
Crime
to do a
Kills Her.
podcast about it.
We get to do it.
I like this.
Right here. We'll meet back in here in a week and see what happens.
All right, Dan, you heard first.
Let's move on to the next
We've got
confession that comes from Lucy. Lucy writes, 4 years ago, I got married to my partner, Jeb.
Congratulations.
Jeb.
Jeb.
Lucy and Jeb. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it works out
I
actually.
go, okay.
Jeb's not a name.
No,
Loved him
Jeb
to
is not a
bits.
name.
No. I thought I'd met my forever person, and I was absolutely right.
Oh, okay. That's a weird way to phrase
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. That sounded like a butt was coming.
yeah.
No, but there. Loved it.
I thought that love was real, and it is.
The end. End of confession. Just bragging. Where do you think a confession like this? I mean, you've done this so many times, Jess Perkins. Where do you think a confession like this could be going?
She slept with his best friend.
Okay.
She shat in something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's usually something classy like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Those are my guesses.
Well, it's a pretty fun one, I would say, this one. It doesn't go in a really horrible path. She's not sleeping with someone that he knows.
Okay.
But I hated his parents.
Oh yeah.
All right.
She killed him.
No, she didn't kill him. No, I'm telling you, I'm not. No
Oh, you
murder
said-
ones on this
So
podcast.
we said fun. I was like, that's what I would do.
So always, that's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
It's fun to kill you
Yeah,
in
it's-
love.
it's- yeah,
Not
it's
as fun. Let your hair down. You can't say anything anymore. Absolutely hated them. They didn't really do anything wrong either. Just snobby people that I couldn't be bothered dealing with. They always looked down on me for the city I grew up in, with the fact that my family don't have the wealth that they do. One time, when I was over at their house, we announced our engagement. His parents did not look pleased with him at all. And when I went to the bathroom, I heard them talking. And his stupid mum said,
It's one of the best laughs I've ever heard. Just for the record, can you make that my ringtone?
yep, absolutely. Yeah. Do you want me in there or just want Jess?
No, just
yeah,
Jess.
okay.
Thank you.
So hang on. Now I've lost the thread.
Stupid mum.
Yeah.
So is she writing the
So she's saying that she hates
She met
the parents.
love of her life.
Yeah.
Married him. She hates his parents.
Hates the parents. Hates the parents. She's back on board.
And we
Yeah.
flashed back, Denise, I know you hate these.
Yeah.
We flashed back to the engagement.
Engagement. Yep.
Are you sure you want to marry her?
Oh, yuck.
So the mum said that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I was so mad that night.
Pretty sure, because I just proposed to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made that
I
decision.
made that
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. When my dad went to ask for my mum's hand in marriage to my granddad,
Not dad.
my granddad did say, "Are you sure you want to marry Geraldine? What about her sister Colleen?" Like they were just trying to get rid of Colleen. Bit of fun.
Love
Bit of fun from granddad.
Love
Great
Colleen.
stuff.
Love Colleen, though.
Yeah, love Colleen. Colleen's a
Colleen-
bit of fun. She's great.
She made it? She got a partner?
No, she hasn't got a partner. She's happy. She's a single woman.
Okay,
She's
great.
happy.
All right.
Proud.
Good for
Yeah.
Colleen.
Colleen's great. Colleen's a lot of fun. A bit much sometimes, but a lot of fun.
And is your dad happy with his choice?
God,
or-
Hals is so happy with Geraldine. Of course he is.
Yeah.
How could you not be? Offshore Theatre Company, of course.
You gesture to me as though I've done many productions with the offshore theatre company.
I was like, oh, how's Denise?
I bring it up to Denise every time I see her.
Yes, you do. I've never been impressed by
She's in a
that
plaque, right?
information.
But she's in a plaque on in the room, unauthorised.
I've never been
I've
impressed.
never been impressed. He brings
No,
it up
I am
every
impressed
time.
Yeah.
that your mother runs
Offshore
a theatre
theatre.
company, offshore theatre company, and has
doesn't
never
even run
given
it.
me a role.
Yep.
Anyway, I
All
was
right,
going to
whatever.
say though, with it, because my first ever love of my life, big like not the AC/DC,
Yeah.
but when I was early 20s, and I was living with this guy actually, and I love him. I was going to spend my life with him.
You were out of prison at that
And
stage?
and we went, didn't have mobile phones, and he'd gone to visit his mum at her home, and I had to contact him, and I went to phone box. I have never forgotten this. And rang and said, "Oh, hi, it's Denise," and she went, "Don't you ever call this house again, you slut."
Oh, my goodness.
You slut.
What
And he was the only guy I'd ever slept with.
Yeah. Yeah.
How could she do that?
But you...
What did you do in that situation?
But you...
Did you?
But back,
I just
sing?
Back in the
hung up
day-
and
Yeah.
I cried for around the next
Oh.
40
I
years.
guess. Well, it's not John that I'm talking about, so his parents. But yeah. Anyway.
Wow, what an
that's
awful thing to
awful.
say. What an awful
Did she
thing to
hang
say.
up? Like,
Yes.
Like the old school phone hang up as well. There's a lot
Yeah.
of things you
Rotary
can't do that with
yeah.
your mobile these days.
You can, but you have to do the slide.
Did you tell your then boyfriend?
Oh yes.
And what did he reckon of that?
Oh, he was really fucked up
Yeah.
because he had a. Anyway, this is bad. This
No,
isn't
this is
fun.
this is no.
It's
This is
not
fun.
fun. No, it's not fun. We
Well,
don't get
can I
to
use
a
it as a
fun
plug
part.
for the podcast when you say
Yeah.
this isn't fun.
Put that on a poster, Sam.
This isn't fun.
I'd also like that ringtone.
I literally started slamming doors. Okay, so she's bad mood that night.
Oh, yes, okay.
But I didn't want to let them know everything. I just didn't. I didn't want them to see that I was mad. I thought, well, they could know everything and know how much they hurt me, but then, well, they'd be winning. And what's the fun in that?
Okay. Yeah, it's a messy way to
Yeah.
write it.
Yeah,
but
it is.
sure,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And I couldn't have that. So maybe I did something a little crazier than that. Maybe I did something that, to this day, I continue to do.
Wait, before you... Is it the toothbrush in the bum?
No.
Okay,
No.
go.
Okay.
Imagine just inviting yourself into the family home of people that hate you.
Yeah,
just going, "Hey, can I go to the bathroom real quick. I just
Just
stop
use
by."
their toothbrushes, put
That's
them up the
actually
bum,
smart.
put
Yeah.
them back in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says a man that has
Look,
done that
I-
before. Well, he's experienced in that. No?
Just a bit of fun.
Just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Nothing wrong with that.
It's a bit fun.
Just a bit of fun. I continue to do, and that is that I continually crank call their home.
Yes.
They still have a landline, so every few nights I pretend to be different people and come up with all these different characters and voices to get them. I've never told anybody about it, but I get a great kick out of it. 2 years ago, they even changed their number because they were getting so frustrated. But I had that number too.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
It's the family number.
So I just continue. I pretend to be an angry Italian man who wants his money
the
and he's
accent.
after John.
Do the accent.
I'm not going to do the accent. Absolutely not. But doesn't listen when they say they have the wrong number. That's fun. That's a good character. That's a
Yeah, I
fun
like that a lot.
character to do.
I love that.
Or I pretend to be an elderly person just up for a chat. I do it time and time again, and I know it's really angering them, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been going on for so long. I reckon 5 years now. My husband doesn't even know,
How does he not know?
and he doesn't find it funny. Every time his parents bring it up, he gets really mad. I'm adding characters every day.
She's a hoot. Let's have a drink with her.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can you get her on the podcast?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, the
Make-
offshore production
theatre company would love that,
yeah,
wouldn't they?
love to have it.
Making up stories and getting more and more creative. I don't even do it out of anger anymore. I just really love it.
It's a gig.
It's a gig. It's a good gig. A
gig's
gig's a
a
gig.
gig.
A lot of comedians were doing that last year. There's no gigs. And they're like, you know what? Let's start
You gotta
a
make
A
your
lot
own
of,
fun.
a lot of crank calling, yeah.
It's honestly the best part of my day. But recently his parents have accepted me a little more and have started to be kinder towards me. And there is a part of me that knows I should stop. Or is it too much to tell them or my husband what is really going on?
Do not tell anybody.
Because 5 years
And it's,
from
it's,
Lucy.
it's taken them 5 years to be nice to you.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you've
Yeah.
married into their family. So
Yeah.
at most, you can one a week.
One a week.
You know?
Just strip it
Yeah.
back a little
Drop
bit.
it down a little
Yeah,
For
bit.
another 10 years and then
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
And then for another 10 years,
Yeah.
one a year.
No,
Yeah.
I've
a
never
year.
on this podcast rooted for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
You
never
like her.
liked anyone.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love her.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go against Jess on this one. Oh,
You like Lucy?
You'd
Do
be
you think
best
she's...
not to, Denise.
Oh, yeah,
know.
done
yeah, I've
things
heard
before.
that. I've heard about Jess. I reckon, yeah, it's a fabulous hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
And maybe even
Masturbating
was
or
it
catfishing, the other hobby.
Yes, yes.
The
I
two
was
big
going to
ones.
say
Yeah.
that it's out of the hobbies we've talked about
a good
tonight,
one.
the pastimes,
Yeah.
and it's probably, for all we know, the parents-in-law might be loving it too. You never know. They even if they complain, that might have become their own
Yeah.
social interaction. She says, looking enviously at the world out there. And
Hoping that someone will
I don't
prank call
have,
you.
yeah, no one.
I'll call you.
No one
I'll call
prank
you.
calls
Denise.
The only tricky part is if she gets caught, and she will eventually.
Ooh, yeah.
Surely.
It's going to happen. It's all going to come undone when
Yeah.
the husband suddenly hears an angry Italian man
Yeah.
out in the street yelling.
Yep.
You know?
So
Yeah, it
she'll
could
get
happen.
caught, and he won't be happy, and the parents won't be happy.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking there are
Yeah.
moments when you do a character out of character. Like you will do a character around the family Christmas.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like she's imitating
Yeah.
someone. And
You'll do a
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds a lot like, yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, you're right. She'll get caught.
She's going to get caught.
You always
Yeah.
get caught somehow.
Yeah, with your crank calls.
Yeah.
They'll all come undone
I don't want her to
eventually.
stop.
Me
Yeah,
either.
I don't want her to
It's
stop
so
either.
funny.
It's fun.
Break up with him and then just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
I
think
think
end the
that's-
marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
you gotta
Yeah,
keep
that's
going.
Keep the marriage
probably
the
the
one.
solution.
the calls must continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big fan of the calls.
Yes.
Big fan of the calls. Yeah. Yeah, so you think maybe end the marriage?
Or tell the husband and
See what
bring
he
him
does.
in.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
God, because you need more characters because
Yeah.
she's doing all the work here. Obviously, it's her own hobby.
Get a male voice in there.
Get a
Yeah.
male voice
Would they
involved.
recognise their own son's voice?
Yeah. That's
they
hard.
don't
Train him-
sound like
train
the
him.
best parents.
Take him to take him down
It
to
is-
offshore theatre.
Yeah.
Oh, train an offshore theatre company, maybe.
Yes, I reckon get a gig there. It could be the beginning
It could be the beginning of offshore theatre company or
OTC.
of the.
OTC
Yeah.
represent. Great plug for OTC. But yeah, okay. So you think maybe continue with it,
Yeah.
and just see what happens because it's 5 years in is a long time.
It's a long
And
time.
they know that they're getting these random calls.
It's so funny that they changed their number and it didn't do anything. That's so funny.
They know it's an inside job.
Yeah, they yeah.
Oh
to
yeah,
know.
it has
They
to
have
be.
to.
I wonder what they're doing.
You know what I would do
Yeah.
if I was them? I would change my number again and just give my number to people one at a time.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
clever.
good.
Yeah.
Process
watched
of
a lot of British
elimination.
crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Change it.
Sorry, we're all just
Denise
staring
was
at you
just
today.
really
Sorry.
involved.
Yes.
Really invested
Like,
in that.
Yes, I like
I
this
like that.
notion.
I think that's so funny. Drop it back one a week.
Yeah, one a week.
And then, you know, if they start to be even nicer to you, maybe referring to you by name or something,
Turn the page.
then stop. But only when you feel it's right, Lucy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's the best way forward. It's just whatever you want to do, Lucy, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
But we actually love
support
you
you.
and we think you're doing a great job.
That was the best.
Let's move on to the next confession that comes from Mick. Mick confesses, I live in a small place, the kind of place people always want to get away from.
Like a small apartment, or like a Japanese style apartment, that's really small, or like a small town.
It's real small.
Yeah.
It's just a small city, I think you mean,
Okay.
or a small country town maybe.
Okay.
You've seen this in 1,000 movies and shows. The small town.
Have I? Don't tell me what I've seen.
Stop assuming.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Netflix.
You're
sure.
probably thinking, shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Stop it.
Don't tell me what I've seen. You don't know.
How dare you?
I like French art house, thank you.
I only watch Friends.
I streamed a lot of shows last year.
Shut up.
The small town where everyone knows everyone else's business. I love going to the local library. I'm a bit of a nerd like that.
Okay.
That is pretty nerdy
It's
in this
very
day and
nerdy. You
age.
should still go to the library.
Yeah.
The local library, yeah.
Local library. And it's a sanctuary for me, really.
Okay.
The gossip in the town and the local politics get a bit much from time to time. So it's really the only place you can go to where you can just get away from it all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be going straight to the library for my goss.
Yeah,
Would you?
sorry,
Yeah. The
thinking
librarian
the
would
same
know
thing.
it all.
Yeah. Have you met a librarian? They know everything.
Very gossipy. Quiet, but very gossipy.
Yeah, they whisper it, but they know everything.
That's mostly because no one can talk. All right, that's how you get away from the gossip.
Sure.
Right.
A library is the quietest place on earth.
Oh my God,
I
shut
don't
up.
think
Really?
I don't think it's the
not
quietest.
true.
place.
Not these
I don't think
days.
it's
The whirring of computers, the clicking and the clacking of the keyboards,
Yes.
Is
there's-
this
the
overdue?
turning of pages. Yes.
Oh, the storytelling that goes on in the
God.
corner. Oh, for little kids.
Shut them up.
Shut up.
And it
know.
should always be this way. All right, so it should always be a quiet place.
Yes.
Okay,
all right,
sure.
yeah.
I would argue not the quietest place
Okay.
in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's traditionally a quiet place.
Yeah, but there are quieter places.
That's
maybe.
what I'll say.
Okay,
That's what I'll say.
That's all I'll say.
That's all I'll say.
That's all I'll say. Jess, actually, if you could chime in anytime you want. It's a
No,
podcast, so
that's all I'll say.
And she just sits there with her face up for the rest of it.
I'm done.
And it should be this way. It won't surprise you that June, the oldest woman on earth,
Okay. You love a hyperbole, don't you?
Yeah.
loves
June.
describing things like this.
Well, he's a bookworm.
Yeah, that's true. He's a
Has,
bookworm.
has read. Very learned.
Wannabe J.R.R.R. Tolkien, maybe. Was librarian, and I love seeing her.
It's going to get saucy.
You think it's
isn't
gonna
it,
It's
in
not
the-
going to, I promise it's not
It's
going
not
to get
going-
saucy.
Oh,
Take
well,
it.
I want it to
I know,
get
okay, I'm
saucy. I
sorry,
want
yeah.
the
Have
older
sex with
woman
the
to
old
have
lady.
some
Yeah,
sex.
That would be nice, actually, for June.
Writhing with June.
Wow.
June
You keep
took
it
her
quiet
teeth
there. You've
out.
got to keep it quiet in that library. She'd been there forever, and I always loved seeing her.
That's nice.
She was the kind of person you felt at home with. With her age rapidly increasing, she cut
Rapidly,
her...
what did she have, a
Every
Same rate.
disease?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's Benjamin
is it-
Button.
yeah,
Benjamin Button,
yeah.
yeah. Is it? Yeah. Just sped up.
Yeah.
Sped up aging. She had the it's like a sped up aging cream. I gave up on that as I was saying it. With her age rapidly increasing.
Thank you.
A cream. A cream would do it.
Yeah.
Rapidly aging.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
With her age rapidly increasing, she cut her workload down to 2 days, then 1 day a week.
She's
Right.
the oldest woman
In
in
the
the
world.
world.
Yeah,
And
still
she's
working.
still working a couple of
loves
days
it.
a
Oh,
week.
come on, Jess. Don't knock older women working, giving it a crack.
Giving it a crack.
That's true.
Well, loving doing stand up as you do.
Yes.
Can't give it up.
Yes.
I just hope she's doing it for the love and not, that
Yeah.
she doesn't have a good super situation.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm worried about her now.
Yeah, that her kids took it all or something.
They could have.
Embezzled.
That's what I'm worried
Yeah,
about.
it's
can
been
we
embezzled.
talk about self-funded superannuation
Oh,
just
yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't understand it,
No.
and I've got to do something.
Denise,
Could
give
we
me your-
just
give me your money,
forget
and I
about
will-
whatever
Yeah.
his name is, and we'll talk. Anyway, go
I want
on.
to talk about super for a
What
bit.
are your thoughts on wind farms? I'm investing in some wind. I'm joking. Keep going.
Got some
I was-
ostrich eggs.
Yeah.
They brought in this new guy, Dennis, and he fucking sucked.
Good read.
Big time, too. I just hated him.
He fucking
He
sucks.
fucking sucked. He was always so rude, shushed me when he didn't need to,
Oh.
and was always telling me I couldn't take a new book with me
Oh,
until I
dear.
returned the other fucking one.
Oh, hang
Wow,
on. This is
there's-
really
there's-
taking a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, anger.
Hates Dennis.
Anger, a lot of anger about
And
Dennis.
who's the
Mick.
Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we were both well aware that wasn't the policy.
Oh, that's not the policy.
Obviously,
Policy.
Dennis
I
is
think it
not
might
aware
be.
of the policy.
Yeah. And Dennis can bring his, in his own new policies if
Yeah,
you
I'm
want.
sure.
I guess.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, no, not if June's still around.
June's
June's
still
still
there.
around, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was that. A guy that fucking sucked taking over my one fucking place to get away.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Mick's mad.
All right,
He's
so
going
what?
to egg the library.
He's gonna
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
you think. This is where it's going.
got
Okay.
it.
I think he's going to destroy some books.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's not the only thing he's going to do. What
I
else?
think he's got a crush on Dennis.
Okay. Wow. The anger.
Oh,
Yep. Is that what? That's what boys do when they like someone.
That's it. Yeah.
He's going to do something mean to Dennis.
He's going to do something to Dennis. Yeah. So I started quietly destroying his workplace. I'd stick chewing gum under the table. I'd quietly rip out pages of the books
You'd have to do that so slowly.
Yeah.
so slowly.
oh.
And then I escalated it when I started shitting in the return chute.
I knew it would be shit.
How
related.
would you
How do
shit in a return shoot?
Great question. Great question.
You know,
You
you'd
either
have
shit-
to.
Travel it there,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Sam's
That's-
brought in a return shoot for to demonstrate.
Is
I
there
always
a-
love demonstrating. Yeah.
So you, from the outside, or can you sit on it on the, in the inside?
Because it could be quite high up, higher than the
Yeah.
bottom, I imagine.
I always
Because it's like a lettuce slot.
It's like a
Yeah.
lettuce slot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so-
you'd have to deliver it. I think you'd have to do it somewhere else.
Oh.
and I
Yeah,
think you'd
bring
have to
it.
bring it with you.
But that's not
Takes
an
time.
exciting image.
It's not great, is it?
Yeah.
Picturing Mick with his bare ass up
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
the lettuce slot outside the local library as June goes past with her.
Yeah, life has not gone well. Life's not really panning out the way
Anyway,
I thought it was.
Screaming
he
June's
shat
name.
in the.
For June!
Shat in the
Jane,
And all of this was giving me great joy.
I hate you, Dennis.
All
Next
of-
time all of us do a poo, we have to say, for June!
Let's all do it.
For
It's a
June!
good word.
Yeah.
It is. Strange word.
Yeah. It is perfect.
All of this was giving me great joy. It became gossip in the town after a while that there was a shitter on the loose.
A
I
shitter
don't
on
think
the
anyone
loose.
said that. That's him making that up. It was actually pretty funny and caused hysteria in the town. I was never going to cave in until one time after shitting, I'd obviously got the days mixed up, and I saw June walking up to open.
I picked that.
You picked that. Yeah, it's going to hurt June.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So June, don't go in there.
I went every day to see Dennis getting madder and madder, hiding behind something as I did. The look on June's face, though, I'll never forget.
Oh.
Don't worry, I've stopped now.
Oh, good.
But I've heard June and feel like it's my responsibility to come clean and tell Dennis and June what a dick I've been. Not very good for a 43-year-old man. It is. And look, that's a great way to end a confession. He's not very good for a 43-year-old
No,
man.
it's not.
But it's kind of creepy to return to the crime scene. You know, it's like what
Yeah.
a murderer would do to return to the crime
Yeah.
scene and watch the chute being opened to see shit come out of it.
Surely he would have been seen.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. And we see
Small
CCTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. Dennis would be the sort to set cameras up as well, I'm sure.
So they know he's the shitter.
They don't know he's the shitter, but they know that someone in the town is obviously doing it, but they just don't know it's him just yet. I think they
They
probably have an
will.
inkling if they see him ripping pages out of the book
And
chewing gum.
hiding
Hiding.
where he can't be seen. We're in the library.
Can
Can't
Yeah,
you be
yeah,
seen? Like,
You have to
Before they
walk
open.
past them to get into the library. So yeah, he's outside
hide.
the library somewhere.
With his invisibility cloak.
Oh my god.
He's very good.
Oh,
He'd definitely
Mick.
wear that. He's the kind of guy who would have that.
Yeah.
So single, obviously.
I wouldn't say that, Rob. Probably in a very happy,
Yes.
beautiful relationship.
I got kids.
with yes, healthy.
Beautiful kids.
Beautiful kids. I love my kids.
Got six
Yeah.
kids.
Oh my god, Dad!
When it doesn't mention, should I tell my wife about this? Or it just says,
Yeah.
should I tell June,
Yeah.
the oldest woman in the world who I have feelings for?
Yeah. He loves her. He loves June.
Definitely think
Yeah.
single.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Screams
What do you do in a situation like that, Rob Mills?
You stop. You definitely stop pooping. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
Look, set yourself on fire. I don't.
Yep.
No. Like, just get out of the town. It's time to leave.
Move.
Like,
Yeah, remove yourself
Yeah.
from that situation.
Yeah.
Tell June. Look,
June needs to know.
she needs to know, but don't just tell her that you love her and take her on a cruise.
Take her on a
Yeah,
cruise,
take
a
her
nice
on a
meal.
cruise.
Yeah,
During
COVID
COVID.
cruise. Yeah. Take her on a cruise. Have a nice meal with her. Take her to the movies.
Yeah, that
Show her a good
sounds
time.
nice.
Make love to her.
Oh no! Look, I just if someone
See your
came
days
up
out
to me
the right way.
and confessed that
They were
they'd
shitting
been
in your-
shitting in whatever, or, you know,
Mailing shit to you or something like that. Something fun.
I wouldn't forgive them.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't forgive them.
You'd always have it in the back of your mind, even if they saw your friend. You go, "Oh, they used to shit in my
Yeah.
letterbox."
Also, June had to clean that up.
Yeah.
Poor June. I feel sorry for June.
I mean, she's already wearing diapers. Like, she's already cleaning herself up every day.
Hey, steady on with
Sorry.
the ageist material there, Rob.
Don't need that.
yes.
Don't need that, Rob.
Work police.
Oh, what?
What do you do, Jess, in a situation like that?
Yeah, set yourself on fire, I think.
Is that the only option? Is that the only option? Just set yourself on fire.
You got to get a life.
Yep.
I would say leave the town. You're right. And you're right. He doesn't have anybody there who gives a shit about him.
They take it.
Literally.
They take his shit.
Yeah.
So just go. It's not hard to move towns when you have nothing.
Or just you've got nothing.
Learn
Yeah.
some sort of conflict skills.
Yeah.
Dennis, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You're being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
Also,
to say.
you're in Dennis's workplace.
Yeah.
And he's
Yes.
just saying, hey, you've got like 18 books at home.
Yeah, Dennis is clocking on.
Could you bring
He doesn't want to
some
be
of
there.
those back before you take
Yeah,
more?
who's reading 18 books at a time? I
Yeah.
can barely get
And-
through one.
Yeah.
He's probably ruined the library for the town.
Yeah.
Because as if you're going to go to a library where you're likely to open up your
There's a shit on the
Ernest
loose.
Hemingway novel
Yeah.
and there's a big turd
Yeah.
on page 73.
And page 74's gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's been ripped out.
Yeah. Used as toilet paper, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
yeah,
Oh,
good.
So,
God.
I
Don't get me
think,
started.
wow, I think Mick's really ruined a lot of, like, because the library meant a lot to him. He's
Yeah,
self-sabotage.
Yeah.
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 He's
Stupid.
now,
Stupid.
yeah.
So he's got to go to a new town and start fresh with a new library with the second oldest woman in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll settle
Yes.
for the second oldest woman in the world.
And most likely get a therapist.
Yes.
Okay, get a therapist.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
We have one more confession today, and let's see if we actually like this person. We've got confession 5 comes from Blair. Blair confesses.
Blair McDonough.
Blair McDonough, of course. I've been having sexual intercourse with my boss for a long time now.
Not Blair McDonough. It's just
yeah,
just-
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
be very clear
Oh,
about that.
oh.
Yep. Could be. Still, we don't know. We don't know the situation.
Okay, yeah.
Too long, in fact.
Too long.
Too long.
Okay.
What's too long?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like,
Right.
on a scale of like a month
Long to too long.
to 10 years,
Yeah.
how long's too long?
What's too long?
I reckon, which is a married man. You know, yeah, he's a married man. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long is too long. Maybe a few months, a few
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
You're on long haul.
Okay.
7 years.
7 years is too long.
7 years is too long.
7 years. Yeah, good. We're clear on that. Now I'm
Now I'm on board. Yeah, I get it. 7 years is a long time.
7 years. Okay, good. So 7 years.
When he started, I really thought he was something else. And I
I
told
thought he was a lizard.
I thought he had a
Turns
tongue that
out-
kept going back and forth.
Turns
Or,
out he's just a man. And he's my boss. But I really thought he was something else.
still going to fuck him.
I thought he was a big balloon. But just a man.
I've all had that feeling. And I told a few of my friends that I had the biggest crush on him. They all said, don't do anything. He's a married man after all. But I went against my better judgment when he invited me to come on a corporate trip with him.
Oh,
We've all heard this story.
I
haven't we?
wonder, was I performing at that corporate function maybe?
You love
Doing
a
some of
corporate.
my stand-up?
Got them in the mood, maybe.
It
Yeah,
it
that'll
really
do it.
does,
Yeah.
I've heard.
I've heard.
It's very sexually arousing, my stand-up. Anyway, move on.
I've heard. Yeah, they put it
I was
on. Put
conceived.
on one of your DVDs before you make love.
Yeah, John.
John always.
You just put on, just
just
do
tell us a joke, Dale.
Yeah, isn't that disgusting? What a disgusting image, and I apologise.
There was no way I should have been going anywhere near a corporate trip. I was just the office manager. But
Don't
there-
ever put yourself
No,
down
don't.
as
Yeah.
just the
Good,
office
good,
manager.
good.
Play a very important
Very
role
important.
in that office.
But
Who's
don't
managing
fuck
things?
your boss.
Don't fuck your
Sorry,
boss.
I
But
said
also-
that
No,
too
well, I'll say that.
loudly.
Also,
Rob, do you want to say it? Don't
it-
fuck your boss.
Nah, go for it. If you're in love with them and they're
Yes,
not
well, yes.
married, absolutely, I'm fine with that. I'm
Well-
fine with fucking your boss as long as it's all consenting
And-
and
Yeah,
you're okay with it.
yeah.
But if you're the office manager and you know that you're not meant to be on the strip, the whole office goes, "What the fuck is she doing?" on that
Yeah,
strip?"
yeah. Who's
Yeah.
on the stationery right now? Who's keeping this office afloat?
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
managing this office?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever they do. Who's managing this office? For example.
There's no paper. I assume a manager should be dealing with that.
Who manages this office? But there I was assisting him in everything he needed.
Wink.
And I mean anything.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Well,
Did you add that?
no.
Okay, cool.
But also, she's going to go on to describe more. Even though you
good.
get
Hang
it.
on, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me top up.
Even if it was his dick.
Yes, we.
Oh,
I was doing that at the time. Like I was actually doing that.
Can you
Sorry,
read
Robert.
that sentence again? I was assisting him in anything he needed.
I was just the office manager. I wanted to go back to that.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yep. Thanks, Jess, for letting me do that, mate.
No,
On my
hey.
200.
Oh, please just get on with it. I don't even want to
I'm
hear
saying
this.
She's not. She's giving me the shits tonight, Denise.
I'm saying wind it back. Denise is like, hurry the fuck up.
I want to go home. I was just the office manager, but there I was assisting him in anything he needed.
We
and
got
I mean
it.
everything.
No, we got it at everything he needed. We got
Even
it
if
there.
it was his dick.
Yes. Then she says, and I mean everything, we still get it.
Yep.
Even if it was his dick. Yeah, bitch.
That's what everything means.
We get it.
We get what everything is.
Ah, we got the
Got it.
innuendo.
We get it. And on the first night, he put his hand on my lap at dinner, and I knew that the gloves were off, and there was no turning back.
Well, you've already said the dick bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, carry
That's
on.
fine.
Yeah.
Never, ever again.
What?
Oh.
No,
Oh, the gloves were
the
off
gloves
and
were
they
off,
never went
and
back
they
on.
were never going back on.
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Right.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
put them gloves back on.
You can't fuck with gloves.
No,
As
not
we all
imaginary
know,
gloves.
You cannot fuck with gloves
Yeah, because you
on,
take
so-
them off and sometimes they go inverted and you just can't. Yeah.
Oh, and that's
Yeah.
a nightmare, isn't it?
Yes.
Gardening.
Relatable stuff from Rob.
Yeah, sorry. You're welcome.
Never, ever again. We made love in every city. This is amazing. She names every city.
Okay.
Singapore?
Yep.
Tokyo?
Yep.
Malaysia?
Been there.
New York?
Been there.
Yep.
Like,
Every
so
city.
we're not taking that. So we're not doing that. Go.
No, but that's every...
Full
So
cities.
hang on.
Malaysia's one of my favourite cities.
So
Yeah, love that city.
let's be
Beautiful city.
specific. Who's had sex in those
Yep.
cities?
In those
Let's go
cities.
around.
okay.
Let's play. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah,
no.
okay.
The gloves are off.
No, we'll change
No,
it to Mel.
no. Brunswick, no. Melbourne CBD, no.
Ever, anywhere, no.
No.
All right.
We were...
So
Okay, so every
so
city.
Yep.
Denise. I can describe
Do you
them
want-
again
It's
if
a
you want.
very sexy story.
It's a very
Oh,
sexy
yeah.
story.
Sexy, yeah.
We were having sex in every penthouse suite you could ever imagine.
It's a ritzy job.
Coming was second nature to us both.
Hang on.
For fuck's
Oh,
sake.
well, Miss Show Off.
Yeah.
Stop bragging.
Yeah.
We get it.
Second nature to all of us, hey,
Yeah.
Jess?
Yeah.
Hey, Jess.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, I've done it.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I can,
Thanks.
I can do it anytime.
Come right now if
Yeah.
you want.
If I wanted to, but I don't want to.
No, thanks. Not on a podcast.
I'm really awkward.
Sorry. Sorry, mate.
About this conversation.
Kind of.
Just thought I'd flag that.
Yeah. Oh, God, he's so temperamental.
Sorry.
We were having sex in every penthouse suite you could ever imagine. Coming was second nature to us. Kind of like a tidal wave every time it happened.
Wow.
Like we could both be swept away. I don't know what that means. Me?
Well, by a
Oh, I
tsunami
Oh,
of
but
love.
still.
I do know what that means.
Yeah, tidal wave of love.
Yeah,
the
no,
tidal
that's
wave
kinda
of
nice.
love
That's
swept
cheers.
away.
Cheers. Yeah, but let's say love. Let's
Okay.
go with love. Can we go with love?
Yeah, okay.
Let's lock in love.
Yeah.
Like we'll both be swept away. I've told him so many times. Don't cheapen it.
Sorry.
It's a beautiful story.
It's gorgeous.
Let me,
I'm
let
so
me check
gorgeous.
it.
This
Sorry.
is gorgeous. I mean, I just envy their love.
I've
And the amount of jizz.
Yeah.
Love.
love.
I do envy the tidal wave situation.
It's nice.
Every
That's nice, isn't it?
time.
That's a lot of You need the plastic sheets.
Yeah.
I've been damaged. I've told him so many times that he needs to tell his wife, but he doesn't want to. He tells me he will. He always tells me he will, but he doesn't. So I told him if he doesn't, then I sure as hell will.
Yeah, I love an
Wow.
ultimatum in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
They're
That's-
always,
Always work.
healthy.
Always
so
good.
well.
Yes.
I think I could either just go to tell her or send her a confession as an anonymous letter.
Or write it on Reddit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do. I love the guy. All
No,
right,
you
that-
don't.
no, you don't. That
No, you
comes
don't.
from Blair.
As
All right, what does
soon
Blair
as,
do in this situation?
hypothetically,
Yep.
he tells his wife, he and his wife split up, and then he's with Blair, it's no fun anymore.
No fun.
So you don't love him. You're just enjoying the. It's like the fun of it is that it's all secretive.
Yeah,
The cloak and
yeah,
dagger.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. There's no,
You
there's
don't
no
actually
fun in
want
there.
him.
No,
Hang on, who's the letter from?
Blair.
Oh, so is it a male?
It's
male?
a female.
Oh,
yeah,
in my
I
head,
think.
I'm going
Oh.
female now.
Yeah,
It's a
I thought it was.
Unisex
yeah,
name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Blair's-
right.
Blair's
I
a
see. I
unisex
just
name.
got thrown off by
Yeah,
you.
no,
Sorry,
I
we're
think
Flemington.
it's a.
It's
I
not
think
Flemington.
it's a-
I think
Oh,
it's the
Blair is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah, what a passionate love affair. When you know the wife's
The
back
tidal
home.
waves.
Yeah.
Tidal waves, of
Tidal
course.
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's no tidal waves once you're living together and he's leaving his dirty
Yeah.
socks all over the
Yeah,
bedroom floor.
no,
This
tidal
is-
wave
this is-
after that.
Yeah.
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 Could you speak to the wife and say, hey,
Hey.
I would like to keep this arrangement going. thoroughly enjoying my tidal waves of love. I don't know how you're going at home, but it's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
understand? That makes me want to slap your face right now, Rob.
That's fair to say.
If someone came to me and said, "Look, I'm
Bonking your
bonking
partner.
John
Yeah,
and,
yeah. And really
having a
enjoying
great
it.
time,"
Yeah.
and all right, maybe it has happened, but
Let's call him
you
now.
don't-
Let's get him on the line.
Yeah.
You don't want to know?
You don't
Oh,
wanna know.
by the lover?
Oh, yeah, you don't want someone
Yeah.
coming and saying, I'm loving having sex with your partner.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Someone
Yes.
coming and going,
I'm just
And
throwing it out there.
Robson
Oh, wow.
innocent.
yeah.
I'm
An
just throwing it out there
innocent,
because
like-
I've never thought of this before, but I was like, what if? Just the
What
what
if?
if? What if that would happen?
Yeah.
I think
Like you
that-
obviously you still love your husband. He's obviously a good husband. You haven't left him. I'm enjoying my situation. Let's have an adult conversation here. Do you mind if
Are
I
you
keep
open
doing this?
to
Yeah.
what is the word?
Polygamy?
Are you into polygamy?
That's a conversation I've never thought would ever come out my mouth.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're saying it.
will come out your ass because it's like the shitter at the library. Because that could never happen.
No, it's
now.
never going to happen.
can't.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just saying, what if?
Yeah. And Denise says no. And
Well, you see, I think that there's the tidal wave because it is an affair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's gonna.
it's a
stop.
secret passion. That's what it's all about.
So
like you
he's
said,
never
Jess.
going to tell his wife.
No.
No.
Because he wants to stay with his wife, I assume, or
course.
hasn't got the guts. Hasn't got the guts.
Yeah.
To leave.
Yeah.
But I'm worried. You see, what's going to happen to the office if this
Oh,
if this
The
comes
stationery,
out?
the printer,
The real
the
victim.
supply.
Yeah, the office.
The printer's
the
out of
comings and
China.
goings.
Is the
Yeah,
innocent.
great. What are we meant to do now?
I reckon
Yeah.
there's other offices that need managers, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
She can move on to another office.
There's a lot of empty offices in the city at the moment that need managing. So
Yeah.
I don't think you manage an empty office.
Yeah. Who's doing rosters?
Who's doing rosters?
Everybody's
All that
just
stuff.
turning up all hodgepodge times.
hodgepodge. Jess,
Working whatever
hot
they
desking.
want. Everyone's hot desking.
You're
Bloody
pretending you know
hell.
what office job is like. I've got no idea. What do you do in a situation like this, Jess?
You just stop.
You just stop. You just give up.
It's not a good thing
Yeah.
to do.
But you
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, because of the
Just
tidal
stop
wave.
because of
Tidal
the
wave.
tidal wave. I
Oh,
mean,
shit, I
you're going to
forgot.
say, all
about
right,
tidal
I'm not
waves.
going to have sex with Mr. Tidal Wave
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
you know, you're there,
Yeah,
you're lonely.
it's gonna happen.
The stationery's sorted.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all done.
Tick.
Yeah. You're going to
Yeah.
opt for the tidal
You're
wave.
going to have
again.
to leave your job.
You're gonna have to leave your job. Yeah, because
Or
the
keep
anonymous
going with...
the affair. Well, the anonymous confessions as well. Just writing, a note.
Yeah, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the home wrecking. I think
No,
it's up to
no,
the
no.
husband and the.
He's gotta come clean and say
to
what
come
happened.
clean.
Absolutely.
It's not
Yeah.
up to. It's not up to you.
yeah. It's not to Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
All right.
Blair just needs to go. Look, this happened. If she wants and go, it's up to you. You do it if you want to do it. But I'm gonna go and work in another office.
She loves him.
She does love him.
I love the
Yeah,
guy.
that's
I love the
what she
guy.
says, isn't
I
it?
love the guy.
I love the guy.
I love the guy. That's how you know.
Yeah, you know who else loves him? His wife.
His wife and maybe kids. We don't even know.
Yeah.
let's assume so.
And
Let's assume-
he's the...
let's assume
I
kids.
think, he's the arsehole in this story then.
Yeah. Yeah. He really
He's
is.
got the two on the go.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the one with the two on the go.
Yeah, he
So I don't know
sucks.
what that means, but
And okay, you
Who
want
does?
him to leave his wife for you, but you are the other woman.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen.
He's just going to find another other woman
That's right.
because the fun is the
Yeah.
Yeah.
sneaking around.
Cheetah's not going to change.
No.
You're always going to be looking for that other person. That excitement. God.
Were you going to say a cheater doesn't change his spots?
I was going to, but then I
Yeah.
forgot what the thing was.
I like it.
Absolute
That's
pro.
good.
Yeah.
I got you.
Bestie gets it.
I got you.
At the end of that, we've had 5 wonderful confessions from 5 wonderful people. If you had to cast one of these as a major motion picture, do any of them
I've got it.
spring to you? Which one?
It's the one that we all loved.
Oh, yeah. So the
Prank
prank
calls,
calls.
Lucy?
Frank Goals, Lucy.
Yeah,
Played by
Lucy.
Jess.
Yep.
No. The shitter in the library. the visual,
What a
the
film.
visuals for that.
What
Yeah.
a film.
And you've got a variety of ages, although
Yep.
you have, I suppose, with the one we all loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah, good
June.
point.
And I'm not saying it because I'd
You'd like
be
to
up
play
for the
June.
role of June.
Yeah.
The oldest
Yeah.
woman in the line.
Yeah, it could be an offshore theatre production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
Future
like
true.
I'm picturing Joaquin Phoenix or Jake Gyllenhaal as Mick, the 43-year-old man, but he's got
right.
like a comb
Full
over
method,
and
yeah.
big glasses.
Yeah,
like a creepy
yeah,
looking
yeah,
guy.
Bit
Yes,
creepy. Yeah,
yes.
creepy. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Puts on weight
picturing.
for the role. Or
Yes.
off. But quite skinny, do you think? Or large man? We're not going in between.
I think kind of skinny with like a beer belly.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay,
oh,
that's fun.
nice. Could even be a fake beer belly
Yeah.
for the, an actor who's
Yeah.
in shape, but
Yeah.
a little bit of padding.
Little
Yeah.
one. Yeah, yeah.
A Hemsworth,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
A Hemsworth
Yeah.
with a belly.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone
Make them
wants
more
to see it.
approachable.
Who's
Everyone
Dennis
wants to-
then? Who do you think Dennis could be?
Oh, Dennis.
Because that's an interesting role because is he
Brad
likeable? or is he-
Garrett.
That's interesting. That's a good choice. Yeah.
Garrett.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Darren Gilchinall. Is it?
Oh, yeah, he's
He'd be
good.
a great Dennis.
Now,
Very
who's
Dennis.
he again? Excuse
He's a
my
wonderful
ignorance.
Australian
Australian
actor.
comedian. Yes,
He's in No
yes.
Activity.
He's in everything.
He's in
Yes,
everything.
yes,
He's got
yes.
that
Yes,
wonderful
yes.
moustache.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, he's
I think he'd
Yes.
be a
Keep the
great-
moustache for the role.
I think he'd be a great
He'd be
Dennis.
good. He's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What would you want to call it if you're in a pitch meeting? You had to come up with a name for it.
It's got to be
Is
something
it
like
shooter
a pump.
on the loose, like shooter,
Yes.
something like that. You know what I mean?
like
Yeah.
it. I like
Active
it.
shoot. Oh
Well
no,
done.
I think that is. Let's not go there. No, not active shooter. That's no.
I want to call
Yeah.
It's a soundbite every time. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me on the 200th episode of the podcast. Jess Perkins, how do people find you and Simply the Jest and Do Go On?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, you can find Do Go On or Simply the Jest wherever you find your podcasts. And you can find me on social media at Jess Perkins.
Oh, God, she's good. Denise Scott, how do people find you?
You just don't.
Okay.
You don't need to.
Interesting choice.
I'm just, you
God,
don't.
she's good at plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm on Twitter, but
Yeah.
honestly,
Denise Scott _ if you want to find her.
yeah.
Or
But
under Denise
I don't
underscore
say
Scott.
much.
Okay.
So,
If you want.
maybe give it a rest.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Have
about
a day off. Rob Millsy Mills.
probably just around Middle Park. That's where I spend most of my time.
He'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there at the shops.
Well-
I stopped a lady stopped me the other day. She's like, "Oh, you're Rob Mills." I was like, "That's right. That's right."
all you have to do.
No, and then I said, "Oh, this is horrible."
Okay.
I thought because
You do.
she was an elderly lady.
Oh.
I assumed that she would know my partner, Georgie Tunney, because she works on the ABC. So I said, "Oh, you probably know my partner from watching News Breakfast on the ABC." She's like, "I hate ABC."
End of conversation.
Oh, it was the best. It was like, Tunney, an elderly lady knew me and didn't know you.
You were trying to get in a plug for her as well, which is nice. It backfired.
That was
but that's
great. It
very
was so
funny.
good. It made me feel so good.
Well, speaking of plugs, we have something a little bit different for the 200th episode of the podcast. Rob Mills' hit single is out right now on CD-ROM. It is called Miss Vanity. It's out in all leading edge music stores. It's out.
Is it
at
Sanity?
Sanity. It's in
Sanity.
Sanity.
Brashes.
I've got a store credit for Sanity.
Have you got a Brashes voucher? You can probably get
Brashes.
it. Whatever you want.
Kmart, I think.
Kmart?
What
Is
about
it
the
Kmart?
BP petrol
BP
station?
petrol station. Of course. And for the first time, we have a musical guest on this podcast. For the first time, a performance by Rob Millsy Mills. Now, it might take a second to get set up.
It's on a CD. It's actually on a CD.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's working.
Oh my god, this is actually working. Calls at 3 a.m. Oh my god, I haven't sang this in a long time. Stands you up again. Thanks for the words. Thank you. She has 10,000 friends. Can I have a bit more volume in the cans? That's just the way she is.
Wanker.
We don't need to take it again.
Never waits in line. I was wanting to do a jazz version of it.
Oh,
Never has the time.
that's good.
It never took off. She makes you lose your mind. That's just the way she is.
That's just the way she is.
Yes. Yeah, that's the way she is.
That's the way she
Never
is.
be what she needs. She'll always leave with
What?
insanity. Do you want the words?
Oh.
She'll never do what you want to do. You know it's true. Come on, Sam.
Snoop Dogg Scott
Miss
on the record.
Vanity. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you,
very much.
everyone. Thank you for the 200th episode of Confessions of the Idiots. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. Good night. Good night, Australia.
Just trying to-
Thank you.